Y'all, I've been on mute all this time. Oh my God. I've been on mute all this. So y'all, I've been on mute all this time, just talking away, and y'all couldn't even hear me. So okay, so let's get back into the story. I was talking about Tammy Riviera. Okay. She okay, they saying she's pulling the race card. Okay. She opened up she goes to this store that she goes to on a regular basis, okay? Like every other day, CVS, okay? So, um she goes to this store, and the manager of the store is Caucasian, okay? And she keeps following Tammy every other aisle that she's on. Now in CVS, I'm sure there's other things that you could be doing than following her around. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to feel uncomfortable. She made it feel like Tammy was going to steal something. Now knowing that everybody in there know who Tammy is, and that she can buy anything that she want to buy. She buy everything in the store if she want to. You know, because she had that money. She got that loot. So do I think people, it's still a problem with that race thing no matter what. But there's a right and there's a wrong way. Okay? Because we're taught to go get what you get and go to the front and pay for it. Okay, but as time go on, I know I'm gonna pay for it at checkout, but I might want to see if it's big enough for my head. Is it the right kind? You understand what I'm saying? Because everything that's in a box don't be what it's supposed to be. And then sometimes you might go and buy to get something and it ain't even in the box. Have you ever experienced that one? Okay, so that's what I'm saying on this. So she go in there to get some silk wrap for her hair. Like my hair's in a wrap right now. Okay. And she goes get this scarf. We all know what the tie scarf is that we tie our hair up with. Okay. And the lady is steady following her around. So somebody took the phone and recorded it, and Tammy said over 750,000 people, viewers, are going to watch this. After Tammy goes off, she later gets home and she cool off and looked at it at a different angle. Could she have handled her situation a little bit better? I'm trying to get the ring lights out my eyes, but it ain't gonna work. Okay, but yeah. So that's what she trying to do. Sometimes my lights can be perfect, y'all, and then sometimes they be a hot, I don't know what mess. Like just now. Let me see. That one better on that side. Let me see about this one. This is stuff. And sometimes you say, oh, you can get that together before, but no, until you go live, you can't see the difference. I'm gonna think that's a little bit better. If I didn't wear glasses, dang, it would be perfect. Okay, so like now I can talk to y'all like this and that because I don't have nothing that I need to read at this point. So Tammy gets home, and then after she cools off, she let everybody know that she overreacted. She overreacted. She could have handled things a little bit different. Okay. But you're still not, you still have to pay the attention, because if there are other people in the store, but your main focus is on me, we wasn't there. Okay. So we don't know the full story, allegedly. Okay. We only get we got the ending of it. All right. So I have a little clip that I want to share with you now. It's no sound in it. Okay. And in this video, I'm just going to show, because I can't get a sound to come in it. I just can't. So let me share this video. Now I'm gonna need my glasses. All right, let's share it. Okay, it's still not. It don't want to come up. Let's see.
Acting like she was
So
fixing stuff in the
I
aisle.
don't know
I'm
if you can
watching her
see
watch
it
me,
on your
right?
end.
I watch. I told she no.
If you
She
can
watched
see it on
me.
your
I
end.
opened the pack. She said,
But this is what
Becky, she watched.
basically
She's
what
watching me so
happened.
hard that when I opened this pack, she said, "Don't do that." I said, "Who are you talking to?" No, I said, "Who are you talking?" You didn't say please. I said, "Who are you talking to?" Don't do that. I said, "If I'm buying this, I can do what I want." No, you cannot. Don't do that. I said, you've been watching me this whole. Pull the cameras back. You did. Pull the cameras back. Pull the cameras back. You thought what you thought was I was a child or someone stealing because you sat there and you watched me for 2 hours and I watched you watch me and I didn't say anything. Not one thing. Every person that works in this store. I came here to get some
Okay. So
satin
that's
hair
the
wrap and
wrap
some Dubrow
that
oil. This lady
she
sat here.
went to
She must
purchase.
be new. She sat here and she watched me on the aisle, acting like she was fixing stuff in the aisle. I'm watching her watch me, right? I watch. I told she no. She watching me. I opened the pack. She said, Becky, she watched. She's watching me so hard that
So
when
it's
I
a
opened this pack,
launch an
she said, "Don't
investigation
do that."
after Tammy
I
Greer
said, "Who
said
are you
she was
talking to?"
racially
No, I said, "Who are you
profiled.
talking?" You didn't say
And
please.
this
I said, "Who are you
I
talking
got
to?"
off
Don't do
Instagram.
that.
Shout
I
out to
said, if
Hip
I'm
Hop
buying this, I can do what I
101
want. No,
Hip
you
Hop.
cannot. Don't do that.
I mean,
I said,
there's a
you've
thousand
been
of
watching me
them
this whole. Pull the
that's
cameras back.
on
You
there
did. Pull the cameras back. Pull the cameras back. You thought
that you
what you thought was
see.
I was a child or
Let me
someone
see if I
stealing
can
because you sat
find
there and you
another
watched me for 2
one.
hours and I watched you watch me and I didn't say anything. Not one thing. Every person that works in this store. I came here to get some
So
satin hair
basically,
wrap and
you
some
see
Dubrow
how
oil.
upset she
This lady
is.
sat here.
You can see
She
how
must be
upset
new.
she
She
is.
sat
And she's
here
pissed
and she
off.
watched me on
But
the
that
aisle,
is what
acting like
she
she was
went to the
fixing stuff in the
store
aisle.
to
I'm
buy.
watching her
And
watch
she
me,
opened
right?
up the inside.
I
And
watch.
allegedly the
She
woman
no.
told her
She watching me.
she had to
I
pay
opened
for
the
it
pack.
before
She
she
said,
opened up.
Becky,
So
she
Tammy is
she's watching me
really
so hard
going
that
off
when I
on that,
opened this
knowing
pack,
that
she
she's
said,
going to pay
"Don't
for
do
that.
that."
So
I
that I
said,
think
"Who
what
are you
she
talking
got
to?"
probably cost
No,
up
I
to
said, "Who are you talking?" You didn't
$30.
say
She
please.
wasn't going to
I said,
take
"Who are you talking
anything.
to?"
But it's
Don't do
just a
that. I
thing,
said, "If I'm
like,
buying this, I
as
can
an
do what I want." No, you
African
cannot.
American,
Don't
if
do
you
that.
go in the
I said,
store, if they
you've been
normally
watching me
have
this whole. Pull the cameras
people
back. You did.
taking
Pull the
stuff
cameras
out
back.
of there,
Pull the cameras back.
now
You
they're
thought
going to
what
look
you
at
thought
you.
was
Now,
I was
Tammy
a
do
child
look
or
like
someone
a
stealing because you
youngster.
sat there and you watched me for
Tammy in
2
her
hours and I
30s,
watched
maybe
you
close
watch
to
me and I
40.
didn't say
She
anything.
looks good for her
Not one
age. And
thing. Every
evidently, the
person that works
woman
in
did
this
not
store.
know who
I
she
came here
was.
to
And
get
she
some
was on this,
satin hair wrap and some Dubrow oil. This
she
lady
came
sat
in the
here.
store. She comes in the
She
store
must
like
be
every
new. She
overnight,
sat
and they
here
stay open
and she watched me
for
on the aisle
24
acting like she was
hours.
fixing stuff in the
So
aisle. I'm
that's
watching her watch me,
basically
right?
it, y'all, on
I
that one.
watch.
I was trying to pull up
No. She
another
watching
one.
me.
Hold on. Let me see. It was another one I want to see, but for some reason I can't get the video to play. I might have to hit video. Um, hold on. Uh, so I'm gonna leave that where it is. I'm gonna leave that where it is. But the thing is, this race really do play a different in it. You know, I don't know if the store is used to people coming in taking stuff out of there, but just to follow her, and if it was any other customers, like every aisle that I go on, you come on watching at the other end. Yeah, it's a problem. There seems to be a problem. So y'all, let's talk about this and get off of Tammy, because that's just something. But the right thing was to do is to buy your stuff and then take it on after you purchase it. But if you in alone, you know you're gonna pay for it. She could have been looking for it for size, anything. And she told, ma'am, I'm gonna pay for it. So we don't know what the whole conversation that happened. And you can go on IG and find it, but it won't let me play the actual audio on here. Okay. So we're talking about our next topic, y'all. Let me I know ain't nobody up in the house. Nobody up in the house. Um, but I'm gonna put it up there. Y'all, if y'all got any comments or anything that you might want to talk about, hey, join the conversation, because I love when you all join the conversation, because for real, it makes the conversation go so much makes the conversation go so much better. You know, it when we get into that conversation. And I know it's late, but if you would please, um you can join the conversation. Um so now, Wendy Williams, um Wendy Williams. So we so now Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Calvin Hunter, is now engaged to Sharita Hudson. I believe her name is Sharina Hudson. Um, he bought her a $80,000 engagement ring. $80,000. Yeah, $80,000. So that's what he but that's what he So hmm. so so he buys her a $80,000 ring. Of course, it's not as big as the one that was on Wendy Williams' hand. And you know they've been going through things for a long time, a long time. Um, so so what I'm saying is he buys her an $80,000 ring, and to go public with this thing really bothered me. It really bothered me. He goes public with it. He goes public. Okay. He goes public with it. Now, with him going public with it, and she's going through the stuff that she's going, I think that is so. I know they got to move on with their life. We know that they have to move on with their life. So the Sun is reporting, y'all, that it's official that Kevin Hunter has proposed to his love child baby mama, and that's Sharina Hudson. So I think this is a bad time for the announcement to come out when she's just going through so much. I know they've been together for years, okay? And Sharina ain't new to Wendy. But I think what opened Wendy eyes up the most was when she realized that when he bought that, she hired allegedly the investigate an investigator to investigate what he was doing. So her eyes wasn't closed to the thing. Now she said on national TV, the only way that I would divorce him if he had a baby. Cause she'd invested 20 years. Well, it was 20 years. 20 years. I think that right now, the same way we get the information online, I'm sure she got the same information. Cause I don't think, did he call her and say, look, I'm engaged to Sharina and it's gonna be public? I don't think that conversation took place. So I'm gonna share with y'all a little snippet of what's going on. Hold on. Let me bring in A Dot.
Yeah, hey, I'm here.
Okay. So you need to bring the face over a little bit more.
I didn't understand the question.
You need to bring your face
I'm sorry, you fading out a little. I can't hear you much.
or maybe you need to call back in.
Okay,
It's
say it
it's
again.
it's Okay, so what we're talking about is Wendy Williams.
Yeah, I understand.
Um, as a man point of view, if it's your ex-wife,
Well,
and you'd have moved on, you got a divorce because you were pregnant. You got your mistress pregnant. So now that she's going through this, do you think how do you think she would feel? She's sick, she can't go to work right now, and then
mm,
you
yeah,
the now you're engaged to the woman
mm,
$80,000 ring of her money because you get a server package with his,
mm.
what
This is
how allegedly. Okay, in a man's point of view, do you just
mm,
turn off your feelings like that? Because if that was vice versa, how would you feel? Do you
well.
think 2 years is long enough
No, I
to
don't. Let me tell you, allegedly, like, I mean, come on. If you if you're in love from the beginning, and that love is strong romance, and you're going through the happiness of that relationship, and all of a sudden someone else come in between that, it still takes time for you to sort of erase that relationship that you began with. And I'm talking about years. So you don't want to actually uh, uh, sort of like end that relationship. So you try to work both relationships, the beginning of that relationship and the one that you met in between that relationship. So you're going to try to work both at the same time, which is totally wrong when you don't relate to the the first relationship, like Wendy. I mean, it was totally wrong. She was with him all the way. She loved him. She looked at him as a bodyguard. Well, not a bodyguard, but someone who,
basically he was her bodyguard. He knew her every move, and
okay,
he was there. I mean, if you seen the movie, you seen how she took that heart, and when
okay,
she found out he bought a house for this woman in
yeah,
his
okay.
name, right up the street, couple of
Well, that
miles from her own house.
absolutely. Well, that took time. That didn't happen in the beginning. Okay, so that took time. Let's say that was in the middle of that relationship. Okay, and let's say that
But
so
Wendy already knew about that relationship.
well,
She already
evidently
she already knew about the relationship.
not in the beginning. She didn't. What
So she
happened?
hired a private investigator to
Right.
follow him. And then
Okay.
from that point she started planning her divorce secretly,
Okay.
allegedly.
That's
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah,
So um
allegedly that's absolutely true. But you gotta realize and understand there is a percentage of time in that whole relationship. Okay, now she just didn't find out immediately. She found out in a
she found
percentage.
out when she was
Okay,
in the sober house. You
right.
know,
So
you putting
that
her
was
in the sober house to keep her away, and you managing her whole life, really
okay.
don't have a life but besides going to work and coming home. You know,
Okay,
being a wife and being a mother.
okay,
But you
and
got time on your hands to do what you want to do and take her money because um y'all got businesses together. But it
okay,
started off with Wendy, and Wendy
right,
is the breadwinner. You know, she's
absolutely,
the
yes,
breadwinner. So
yes.
it's I do I know you. It's
I mean,
hard when
um,
your man. I mean, when the relationship goes on, and okay,
I mean that's
and
absolutely
there's a child born in between. There's be some type of
um,
feeling.
I agree. let's look at
in,
the
in there, there
okay.
somewhere. Even though, go ahead.
You're so right. Let's look at the beginning of this. Okay, so let's look at how much time from the beginning that she met this guy to the end. How much time was that? What we say, 5 years, 6 years, something of the nature. And
No, hey doc, it just you confused. You confused
no,
about the
I'm
whole
asking you.
subject.
No, I'm asking you how
This
long
was her
was
husband. She been together with her husband for 20 years.
okay, let's say 20 years. Okay, that's fine. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's say
But he
20
been
years.
cheating on her, but he was cheating on her for allegedly for 11 years.
That's
And
what
she
I'm
didn't knew
talking
and she didn't knew of Sharina for at least 10 years. The one he
about.
had the baby with.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, 10 years. Uh, she didn't find out of this relationship within 10 years. Okay, that's when the hurt began. Okay, that's when the investigation started. Okay, so she lived through the other years with this hurt and pain because she knew it. Okay, so she was hoping that he would confess or eventually tell her or show some type of understanding or some type of love interest that he's dealing with someone else. She had to find out for herself. So that is a hurting process. So what I'm looking at is that he gave her 10 years of straight relationship, and then what happened? Did he lose the interest in her? Did he realize that her business was not gonna completely support him and her, or did he look at whatever he
When
looked
they
at?
was the breadwinner. What are you talking about?
That's
She
what
was
I'm
the
talking about.
breadwinner.
If she was a breadwinner, this is what I'm saying. She's a breadwinner, but did he realize feel that that wasn't gonna last? And he do how much do we know about this other young lady? What's her career?
We know that's his mistress. We know he got her pregnant. We know she got pregnant while they was together. We
That's
know that she had the baby while this woman is going through rehab. You know, he
so
tells her about she tell her about the pregnancy that she had the baby while she
so
was in the.
so how he's
It's
gonna
an echo. It's an echo. It's an echo.
okay.
I'm
So
gonna have
so
to let you go. I'm because you echoing.
this
I'm
is
gonna have to
very
let you
serious.
go.
This is very serious. I need to give this out. Okay. Can I go with it or you gonna close it out?
Go ahead.
Okay. What I'm trying to bring out is that now she's a breadwinner. Now he left leaving the breadwinner to go into someone that he have to support. So how did he
He got a good servant. He was her manager. She made him her manager, so he knew
absolutely?
everything. Her
So he stole
scheduling. He's
evidently.
you got to say allegedly over here.
Allegedly, he stole her rights. He stole her beginnings. He stole her business, so he can support. When he left, when he left to
When
for
he
the,
left, she fired him.
that's what
She
I'm saying.
fired him, and
She
the Wendy
fired him
Williams show is
absolutely.
still going on.
Understanding, but her show is not. Her show is completely uh, uh dismissed. She's not. She's not. Her show is canceled completely off the air. No,
You
is
got
that
echo. You echoing.
her show? Her show is complete. Her show is completely off the air now. Okay.
No, it's not completely off the air.
Well, they said that the last I read about it was she wasn't coming back to the show, and that was her decision. Okay. So now,
No,
um,
she's out. She's out temporarily because the new
okay.
season started.
Well, oh, the new season did start.
Yeah, so she got fill-ins for it. I'm gonna kick you off, and thanks for calling in. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, bye.
We so I think A Dog lost on some subjects there, but I was trying to get a man point of view. Mm-mm-mm. So y'all, let me show y'all something, y'all. I was trying to show y'all the picture of this ring, but stuff is going a little bit slow. So y'all, what I'm saying is, Wendy done been through a lot, and now that she going through what she going through, it's like one foot sticking her in the behind after another. She just keep getting kicked down, kicked down, kicked down. And although they divorced, it shows he's really moved on. He's really moved on. So y'all, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that be. I was gonna show y'all a picture for that, but like the ring is like $80,000, and she's wearing the ring. It's it, he has his own jeweler, so it was allegedly it was designed especially for her. $80,000. Okay, $80,000. All right. So I'm just saying what I'm saying. This ain't $80,000. Okay, it ain't $80,000, but it looked just as good. I don't know why. I mean, that $80,000 could have went somewhere else, you know. So we got that baby. I might just hope and pray that he do right by Sharina. You know, people outgrow each other. So, right now, Wendy is dealing with this one thing after another. But the man have moved on with his life. It's just like if you get a divorce and you got children and by somebody else. Okay, now he remarries and he have his own family. It depends on I think it depends on if you have fully moved on from that relationship if you truly been moved on from that relationship, if you truly moved on from that relationship, it really don't bother you as much if you truly moved on. Now, if you're not, if you haven't moved on, yeah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because you haven't let go. You haven't let go, and if you haven't let go, it's going to be hard and it's going to be depressing, and you may need help. You may need a therapist to get you through that. It don't have to be a psychiatrist, but you may need, excuse me, you may need the older adults or somebody else that you need to talk to. Giving an example of myself, when I left my first husband, we had 2 children. um he married before I did, but he remarried before I did. We both remarried, but I I had moved on from that relationship. And the same person that I dealt with after we broke up, it wasn't like I was cheating on him. I met this person after we broke up. You know what I'm saying? And um I moved on with my life. I moved on with my life. I can't remember who got married first, but I moved on with my life. You understand what I'm saying? And um even our kids, our second set of kids were close in age. So um he had 2 kids by his wife, and I had only had one child by my second husband. So you know that's that's it, but I had truly moved on. So I don't want to really get in too much of Wendy because the woman is going through a lot, and she's sitting back watching everything from the sidelines. She acting like everything okay. That woman hurting. She hurting. And right now, she need to be surrounded with friends. She need one good friend. She don't need no everybody knocking in her door. She need her sister, maybe her brother, and her best friend. One to say, come on, snap out of it. It's time to do this. It's time to do that. Okay, let's move on. How do we help you move on? Get the pain out. Get the pain out. And once you get the pain out, you can start rebuilding your life. Do you hear what I'm saying? You can start rebuilding your life. So, I'm gonna need that right there. I'm not even gonna get into no more of that. I was gonna read the Sun article to you, but basically, I'd basically put it up into words. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I wanted to show you the pictures of the ring. I can't seem to get that up, but yeah, yeah. I just believe what she needs is her best friend, her sister. She need her brother, and somebody to be there, right there for her. Because see, she's getting kicked from every angle, and it's hard to cope with. And money don't heal that. Money don't heal that. Now he bought her this $80,000 ring. Who in the world got that close to her to see that ring? You understand what I'm saying? Did she go? Where did she go to see this to even show the ring in public? I digress because I don't know. I don't know. But I know it's hurting to Wendy. It ain't no oh good for her. It ain't that. So y'all, I'm gonna get up off that subject. I'm gonna get on up off this subject so we can get up on out of here. And hopefully y'all can see the replay of this. So now what I want to talk to you about is the Real Housewives of Potomac Sunday's episode season 5. Um, Crab Boiling Over was the title. So everyone comes back from the ship, and by this time everyone is tired. So Wendy gave everybody time to rest and everybody to get ready for dinner. G goes in the house to eat because it's too cold for him outside, even though he had on a warm jacket, you know. So let me go back to the dinner. Let me go back to dinner. Dinner was set up outside and it was very pretty. Wendy wanted everybody to enjoy the sunset, which was very pretty also. I must say it. It was beautiful. So they had a beautiful toast to Ray and Karen for their 25th anniversary. And um they make another toast to everyone else so that this conversation with Wendy and Eddie was brought up by her children and how everything was going. Because Wendy mom had her kids. But the question comes up about Eddie mother. I think Ashley brought that up. He said a conversation has taken place, but Wendy basically tells the group that she has missed out on her son's wedding and the birth of her grandchildren. But a conversation did come out to G from Ashley on how G made a comment on the bus about someone jumping out of the cake and made it, and he apologized to Ashley. And Mia gets into it with Ashley and about this comment about G has Alzheimer's. And Mia jumped into it and asked her where was her husband because he's not here on a couple trip. First of all, it's a whole lot of people that wasn't there on that couple trip. Robert didn't have one there, okay, and Giselle ain't had nobody there. All right, so there go that sarcasm stuff that I'm talking about. Okay, why can't you just go on a trip and have a nice time without no? Y'all always clearing the air with BS. It's always y'all cleaning the air with BS, and it doesn't. It just it's BS. You know, it's like sickening at this point. You know, because anyway, the couple trip, and she haven't even got back. She Lord, she haven't even seen Michael. Ashley responded that Michael is at home with the kids. So Wendy tells Ray he said he told his wife he wanted a woman to jump out of a cake. And what do you have? Karen jumps out of out of a cake. So Karen warned everyone the invitations would come and they would have to open them up outside. So they're coming in a box. So these damn boxes came and they had damn butterflies. Okay, so Karen explained to Mia why the theory why she did it. It's basically when you go through okay, before a butterfly becomes a butterfly, they have a cocoon. Okay, then they turn into So everything is a process. And that's the same thing with marriage. Marriage is a process. Okay. So it's in the cocoon, then it comes to be a caterpillar, and then it blossoms into a butterfly. You get what I'm saying? So that's the theory. The same thing with marriage. You meet each other, you learn each other, you get married, you have children, the children are gone, you have to learn each other again, and thank God if you can make it to 25 years again. You understand what I'm saying? I am so happy for them. Yes, their relationship has not been perfect, but it has been real. Okay, last season was not a good season for them. This season is a great season for him. And he basically asked for that second wedding at the reunion. So I thought that was very beautiful. Very beautiful. And he's there for his wife. They've been through the counseling and they've gone through the levels of marriage, the levels of friendship, the levels of love, the levels they have walked the steps in each. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I love this couple, and it is a wonderful couple. And Karen is the grounded one out the whole group. Karen is the grounded one, and Karen is the mother of the group because Karen shows she shows growth. And for these last two seasons, she ain't for it. She ain't for the BS. She gonna say what she gonna say, and you ain't gonna jump off at her. Okay, that's how that gonna go. So congratulations again to Mr. and Mrs. Huber. Okay, so anyway, Mia, mom and Gordon gets in it over the kids. Her mom calls out what to feed the children. She hangs up on G and argued with him when they got home. Mia then went into the confessionals what happened. She said as a child she would just leave, and Mia didn't want that to happen with her kids. So that's the reason why they came home. See, now right there is where it went wrong because you were supposed to be gone a certain amount of time. You didn't call to say, allegedly, you didn't call to say that you're going to be gone for an extra day. And she had already set her tone where she's never been with her grandchildren by herself for this length of time. So the kids is going to try her. The kids going to try her. So her patience isn't there. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think this was a good fit and a good time for Mia to use this as a storyline. Yes, I understand what she's going through, and I feel her compassion of the stuff of her mom. I understand that, but I don't think this should have been a storyline for her because when her mother goes back and watched it, it's going to be hurtful to her. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be hurtful to her, and it's going to take her into a depression. It's going to take her to in a depression. So Giselle brings up a conversation with her girls. So they think she shouldn't bring up. She want to know, did they think she should bring a date to Karen wedding? The girls talked to Giselle, and they had a one-on-one, and they said they don't have anyone to look up to when it comes to a relationship. When it comes to a relationship, they don't have a one-on-one. You understand what I'm saying? They just don't have it, and they don't have anyone that has showed them positive energy um for a relationship. All right, so when it comes to dating, they can't look up to Giselle or their dad. Giselle was lost for words when the girls told him that. Okay. So Ashley went to see her psychologist, They talked about Michael and the trip that had been taken. She also talked about Michael, how he don't want to be intimate with her. So her psychologist asked her, was Michael showing any signs of infidelity? She said no, and basically she gave her some things to work on. She went through this last season with the baby, where she didn't feel she couldn't have she wasn't able to be intimate, okay, because all the stitches she had when she gave birth, nearly all the way up. If you had a child, your first child really bust your rear posterior up. You understand what I'm saying? And she had stitches from her posterior down. So, she was very sore for a long time. So she didn't feel like, this is where my compassion comes in for Ashley. She didn't feel wanted, and they had infidelity problems. It also comes up, they also had people into their relationship, other people, they had a group. You understand what I'm saying? Allegedly, they talked about it on the show. So Ashley put an end to it, and she told him she didn't want that no more, and that was last year. So she feel like he don't find her. He tells her, I think you're sexy, this and that. But something's going on with Michael, and we don't know what it is. Okay. But she also talked about about the wedding to Karen and him going, and he talked about G. He said, long as G is not there and Gordon is there, I think everything will be fine. She also tells him that Candace's husband Chris did apologize and wanted to clear the slate. You understand what I'm saying? But it's something that's going to happen in the next segment, where there's going to be some problems. Um, and Chris and Candace get up, and they had some words with Michael, and this is at Karen's wedding, vow renewal. So I think this is gonna be a hot damn mess, and we're gonna see about that. So Giselle goes to see her Dr. Ken. I think everybody on the show used Dr. Ken. Giselle tells him that the girl said that the girls she hasn't been there emotional for them. Dr. Ken asked her why she didn't reconnect with Jamal since seeing him for 2 years ago. Giselle says she wants a man, but she don't want to answer to one. She recommend reconnected with him in means of hoping that they could get their family back together. Dr. Ken told Giselle to let her walls down. She could become a beautiful person. He said she has um appealing to make a major change. All right. So Wendy and her mother and her daughter take photos for this candle shoot. All right. She wants to thank her husband in her confessionals because the candles will be named after her mother and her daughter. Wendy mothers get mad at Wendy because she talks to her. She never said she was sorry when she was growing up. And Wendy moms get mad and she gets up and she calls a damn Uber. So I guess what she's saying as a kid, um they didn't have that, like, I'm sorry, baby, you know, or when they got grown. And Wendy mom saying, I come home from working hard and I tell y'all I'm sorry. And Wendy said she don't remember it. So, and to bring that out on national TV, I think that was a hot mess. A hot mess. I think some things are just not made for the camera. Like me and my babe, it's not made for the camera. But look, I've been over here twice for an hour, because my computer stopped, and then I thought I had recorded. it's and it stopped at 26 minutes, and I wasn't aware of that, and the recording button was just going on. So I'm doing the video again, and I'm about to close it out. Okay, so anyway, Ashley gets a hotel room with a water view in DC, um at the Watergate, after talking to her doctor for date night. Was So this was date night. So Michael used to own the Watergate, and she didn't know how he would feel being that he used to own it. Like, she didn't know how he would feel being there, being that he used to own it. Actually, I didn't see nothing that was so fantastic about it. It looked like a penthouse, but it had a beautiful view, but I don't see where it was over the top. The furniture, it was just dull to me. I think they could have done better than that. But anyway, it is what it is. So, let me see. She didn't know how she would feel being that he used to own it. She tell him about Karen Byron and how G is going to be there, hopefully. Yeah, so they had this talk about G is the new male and a scholar husband. Those are people that the newcomers. So a scholar husband is a very nice looking man, and he's a very him and his wife they just make a beautiful couple together. I think she's Ethiopian. I'm not sure is he Ethiopian, but I mean, a scholar is so beautiful, and she got it right in everything. She got it right. I don't think she need to be a friend of the show. I think she I okay, so Atlanta had the peaches. I don't know what the Real Housewives of Potomac have, but whatever it is that they have, a scholar need to be a part of it, because she's basically been on the whole show, just got just as many time on it as everybody else. So, like I'm saying, y'all, I think this was a good show. This was a good season. This was a good season. Um, and I'm glad that everybody has mended their problems, but it's always something. It's always somebody, you know, to mess it up. Some gotta always come out their mouth. And these are grown-ups. Can one show goes where there ain't no BS? Can it be one show where there's no BS? That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. Y'all, I'd have kept you too long. But I'm sure you'll see this when you wake up on your lunch break. But it's been nice talking with you. Y'all notice I haven't paid any music because I don't want to get a copyright claim until I get this stuff straight. Um, I would, but I don't feel like going through the muting and all that other stuff. So that's what it was. It had something to do with my music. Just in case you wanted to know. So even with my countdown, that's just bothering me, like seriously bothering me. So, but anyway, it's been so wonderful. Um, talking with you guys. And I will catch you on the next one. I want y'all to have a good day today, and may God bless you. And as I always say, each one teach one. And if nobody told you they love you today, guess what? The real Love C loves you today. Have a good one. Bye bye.